Brian Lima, Paulo Dez, Josh behind the camera. We're back.
So bad. It's like Houston Astros.
One game ahead in the AL West. They open up a series against the Dodgers tonight. Minute Maid Park's going to be raucous because we know how it goes when the Dodgers get into town. There's going to be fights everywhere. I don't know if the Dodgers are going to plan another parade down Louisiana Street before the game like they did a couple years ago. Yeah. And then obviously the trade deadline is coming up on Tuesday. So, man, Des, let's get into it. You want to start with the Dodgers series, or do you want to talk trade deadline?
Let's start with the trade deadline because there were a couple trades that just started.
Yep. Yeah, Randy Rosarina headed to the Mariners.
Rosarina headed to just an Astros villain going to a team in the division. Just sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, but it's not going to do anything. He's hitting 211 this year.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of problems. I mean, you want a hot take? Not even worried about that.
Right out of the gate, right off the jump.
Astros, Rangers down the stretch.
Okay.
Get out of here.
That's your hot take?
They're just done. They're going to finish third. Maybe finish fourth.
I don't think that's a hot take, though.
They're missing J.P. Crawford for probably a month. Julio's out for a while. I haven't been on at all.
So apparently not.
Wow.
Am I on? Can y'all hear me?
I mean, just unbelievable.
Dez's mic is off.
My hot take was just the Mariners don't have enough.
Yeah.
Like, even with the Rosarina, it doesn't matter. They're out. It's Astros, Rangers down the stretch. I think the Astros. I don't think any moves are happening until 36 hours out. I think the rates are just asking price are too drunk, too high.
Apparently your mic's out.
No, they're behind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're behind.
All right, just making sure.
So.
Well, their offense is awful.
Offense is bad. The
Mariners' offense is terrible. They have really good starting pitching, but even though you're adding in Randy Rosarina, you have J.B. Crawford, Julio Rodriguez out.
Yeah. They got rid of Ty France.
Yeah, got rid of the DFA Ty France. So
I will say this
down the stretch.
The vibes though with the Rosarina and Julio are kind of cool.
Thank God Julio's hurt.
I know.
I mean, I don't wish that upon anyone.
Paxton goes to the Red Sox.
Saw that.
Austin Hayes goes to Philadelphia. Sir Anthony Dominguez and Christian Pache to Baltimore. Okay. So Baltimore gets a much needed bullpen guy. They give one of the surplus up to the Phillies. Christian Pache just being passed around. We were Braves to Oakland to Philadelphia now to Baltimore. And he was I think he was like a top 5, top 10 overall prospect too. So kind of crazy.
Baltimore's got to go get another arm.
Yeah, you would think because we talked about offline. If Corbin Burns loses game 1 for Baltimore, they are in trouble.
Then what?
Then you're just like, hopefully offense bangs. But more in the Astros, I think you go. The Paredes thing seems like hell or high water is going to happen. Just I guess the asking price has to come down.
You know, I understand why you want to go get him. Obviously, with the Deadpool hitter, Crawford boxes would play well to his swing. He can play some first base, and then if Bregman leaves, there's your third baseman, right? But yet, everything that I've read, in order to go get him, you're going to give up pitching when you don't have pitching.
Yeah, I feel
you know what I mean.
I feel like if you do that, then you have other moves lined up.
Yeah,
like you're not. If you give up pitching,
you're only trading an Arrighetti if you're already getting either one very elite arm or you're getting 2 decent arms. And then the move is basically you're moving your number 4 starter for a number 2 or something like that, plus a first baseman.
I thought it was pretty interesting that they one of the big reports this morning was Jameson Taillon.
J-Mo, Williams kid.
He's 3-0 or 4-0 in the last month.
Yeah.
But the only problem with him is he's got $18 million a year attached to him.
A lot of money attached.
And, you know,
236.
You still got, what's his name on the books? Jose Abreu. So that sucks.
I mean, if I feel like you're going to have to ask whatever team you make a trade with to eat all the 24 money.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, hey, do us a solid. We'll throw an extra prospect in because you're up against that tax.
Yeah.
If you get a JMO, I still think you need a Fetty. You need a Cal Quantrill. You need another innings eater, because I think what the Astros are kind of doing, if they can get out of the Montero contract by absorbing a big contract, right? It's a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
And you're moving let's just say a Spencer or a Bloss in a scenario. You're replacing unknown inning eaters with MLB certified guys,
productive guys
that are to be innings.
Yeah.
So it feels like a wash. It kind of sucks though, because you could have just signed a Lorenzen in the offseason. You could have signed, the Odorizzi's of the world, not Jake Odorizzi in 2024, but you know what I mean? So now you have to give up prospect capital that you really don't have. You're giving up a major league guy from a surplus that you really don't want to, because it's kind of, I know it's part of the game, but it just kind of feels like you're making moves that you could have preemptively not made moves.
I feel like as soon as it does, and I'm going to reiterate it, as soon as JP France, they said that he had a setback in spring training, you should have just gone straight to go get Lorenzen. He was cheap, useful, innings eater. You should have went and done it. And again, I understand that they were counting on a guy like JP France that were going to give Spencer Arrighetti some run, but he was called up earlier than planned, right? And then, Luis Garcia and Lance McCullers, you are hoping that they were going to be back by August, right? And again, we're talking about in spring training, but none of that has panned out. So you could have avoided all this, because now you're going to have to trade a big league guy, which is probably going to be Chas McCormick or Spencer Arrighetti. You're going to have to trade a Jacob Melton or a DeZenzen.
I don't think anyone in the Astros prospects are untouchable.
No, that's why these guys got called up to AAA, so that they could perform in front of scouts.
It's not.
Or DeZenzo, not DeZenzo. Excuse me.
There's not those moves were not made just randomly.
Shea Whitcomb,
those moves were made to showcase.
Yeah.
And you saw Jacob Melton 110 off the bat, double the other way.
Did you see what DeZenzo did in his debut in AAA?
He's raking.
Opposite field home run.
He's raking.
Couple of hits.
Whitcomb's raking. I mean, everyone's raking.
Yeah.
But I feel like, don't fall in love with any prospects.
Nope.
Don't fall. There's not a Tucker. There's not a Bregman. There's not a Correa in this class of prospects. One of the guys I love that I feel like it would be a steal if he stays is Baez. I love Baez. He's a number 2 prospect. I think the kid rakes. Came in overweight, but still mashed. The kid just, he's going to figure it out. He's only 20, 21.
Man, the kid that I really like that's in AA, Bryce Matthews.
He's freak.
I really like.
He's athletic.
Yeah, I really like Bryce Matthews. And another, I wouldn't be surprised if teams call on Joey Loperfido. I don't think they're going to move him, but I'm just saying, you're going to start there.
You're going to start there for sure. I think
there's no question that if trades get made, some outfielders are going. That's the Astros' strongest position as far as depth. So there's going to be a Loperfido. There's going to be a Pedro Leon. There's going to be, even like a Cabbage. There's going to be a lot of those guys that I wouldn't be surprised if at least 2 of them move.
Well, and also, I if you're going to make a move, you have to go all in, because in the sense of, if there's a trade out there, let's just throw a scenario of a top end guy, and they're asking for a Chaz or a Jake, you make the move.
Yes.
Like,
we talked about this yesterday offline.
It obviously it sucks, because there are dudes and we have the relationship with them and everything like that. But if there's a trade that everyone has signed for, you love it. It bolsters the rotation. It bolsters the position you need offense for. It bolsters the rotate or the bullpen. And the last asking price is going to hurt. I still think you make that trade.
So,
you know what I mean?
It's like we talked about yesterday, and we can hit on it again. Like, who is like, to me, the big piece that I would want them to go and try and get is Tarek Skubal. Okay, let's just say for shits and gigs here, Detroit and Houston are in negotiations, and they say, give us, I don't know, just give us 2 prospects and Jake Myers.
I think you're gonna need.
No, I know. I'm saying that you're gonna need more, but I'm just saying, let's say it was just that.
Yeah.
right? Jake Myers is obviously, they love Jake Myers. They are super high on. Every GM has been high on here that has been here. Okay.
3.
If he is the last piece in the trade that either makes it or breaks it, I'm sorry, but you got to trade him.
Well, the thing is, you can win a World Series without Jake Myers. You can't win a World Series without another starter.
Yeah, I'm with you.
With how the roster is.
Yeah, and I think too, like you can moneyball it in the sense of like if you go back in 22, you made trades when we won the World Series to shore up spots that you needed. It wasn't sexy moves. The Mancini wasn't a sexy move. The Christian Vasquez wasn't a sexy move. In 21, the Braves made 10 trades at the deadline to just replace Acuna in the aggregate and bolster their pin. The Rangers of 23, when they rented a ring, was literally just, hey, let's give up Cole Reagans for Chapman and move some pieces. So we've seen it time and time again. The Skubal splash trade, the Juan Soto splash trade, they don't win you a World Series. They win you a ton of fan hype. They win a lot of Bleacher Report trade reports, but we know in October it's about pitching and it's about the bullpen. And a lot of teams don't realize that, and I think that's why the Astros have sustained so much success is when October rolls around, games are extremely short.
Yeah.
And in theory, with the big 3, you just got to get to the 6th inning. Hell, maybe the 5th inning just to Taylor Scott. And games are going to be over. And that's what I think you have to do at this deadline is just acquire the most percentage points to win in October.
Yeah.
Because we know October is a crapshoot. We know there'll be games where the Astros offense scores 10 runs or they scrap a 2-1 win. But we know in October the most you can do is set your team up to win is by getting, okay, if we get a Hector Neris again, hey Cubs, what's it take to get Hector Neris back? Hector Neris now allows you Taylor Scott to get a breather, Seth Martinez to get a breather, Brian Abreu a day off, Ryan Presley a day off, Josh Hader a day off. Those add up over the next 60 games when you get a Neris type arm. Yeah, we're set with the big 3, but we've also overused this entire pin. So why not get a guy that is a high leverage guy that can give that a breath of fresh air? And that's why I think the rotation is such a big deal. The Skubal thing would be great. Slam dunk. I'll be calling the mayor, playing the parade 100%. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But
I think it's going to hurt regardless.
But
any move they make is going to hurt.
But if you get a Fetty, you get a Cal Contrell, you get a Zach Eflin, you're starting to shore up spots that help you down the stretch because is a Fetty, an Eflin, or a Cal Control throwing game 3 of the ALDS? Probably not. No. And if they are, something went sideways very quickly. Yeah. So you just need these guys that eat innings that have been in the show that you trust every 5th day down this stretch because your margins are so slim. That coin flip on a rookie down the stretch, you're asking a lot. That's a heavy coin flip.
To counter your point about not making big splash moves, 2017.
All right, brother.
Big splash move for Verlander.
I'm moving on, dude.
Okay.
I'm not Dodger fans talking about 2017. I'm in this decade.
No, I'm just saying
what about
I'm in this decade.
What about going and getting Zach Greinke?
Did we win?
I mean,
did we win?
He
really,
did everything.
Did we win?
He did everything in his
I'm
power
just
to
saying,
win.
if you look
Really?
at this decade, decade starting in 2020, not even 2020, 2021, Braves should make small moves, shore up spots.
Yeah, I mean, look
win.
what they did when they
Astros,
traded
small moves.
Look what they did when
shore
they
up
traded
spots.
Miles Straw and got Phil Maton, very productive, and Yanier Diaz, who is now your starting catcher. That wasn't a sexy move. My whole point is you don't have to make sexy. I was just using the Skubal thing to back up your point.
If Skubal's there, and I think Skubal could be available because I think this market is going to be so drunk because the Jack Flaherty ask is going to be so damn high.
Yeah.
We talked about this offline yesterday. The Jack Flaherty package that the Tigers are going to want is going to be so dumb, and one team's going to actually do it. So now you take a buyer off the table. So let's just say 4 teams are in for Jack Flaherty. One of those teams sends a crazy package to get it. Now you only have 3 buyers. If I just tack on another guy and be like, hey, what about the same package that you wanted for Flaherty plus another guy that you didn't mention? What do you want for Skubal? That could work. Like, I think the asking price for Skubal is going to be astronomical, but I think the Flaherty price is actually going to drive an even kill of what this package looks like. So, I don't know. I think also why are the Tigers selling Skubal right now? It makes no sense to me, but
you think Dez is a little mad right now, Josh?
Garrett asks why is Dez mad?
I'm not mad.
Kind of sounds like it, man.
I'm mad.
I was just using my whole scenario was reiterating what you were saying and backing up your talking about if there's a piece that is going to hurt, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to make that trade.
Regardless everything's going to hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
everything's going to hurt.
That's all I was saying, and I just used Skubal because he's like the top. In my opinion, he's like the top piece. As far as like pitching is in this trade market right now.
Yeah,
I would say he's the top arm.
Yeah, especially with Crochet kind of bowing out.
Good for him for protecting himself.
Yeah.
Really? So now he's going to stay in Chicago?
Yeah. Did you see what
you think that's going to help him or not? I saw what he said.
Yeah.
He's not going to pitch in the playoffs unless he has an extension.
Pay me.
Okay, or stay your bitch ass in Chicago and
I'm still going to get paid.
Yeah,
either way you're getting paid. Pay me now.
He's worried about going
give
to
me
a
insurance.
contender, getting hurt, and then ruining his bag. Which
I wouldn't have said it personally. I would have said trade me to a contender. Let's go win me a ring, and then we can figure out my contract.
Yeah, but if he gets hurt in the postseason,
pay me, dog.
Yeah,
gets hurt in the postseason. That's what we're thinking about.
He's having a similar thing to. He's a young guy who's passed.
I want insurance.
He's passed more innings than he's ever pitched in his life. So
how old is he?
25.
I just wouldn't have said
25.
It. Not before the trade deadline.
25. He's got.
He
still has 2 years.
Maybe he likes Chicago.
Maybe he likes the South Side.
Yeah.
25. He's had
no pressure,
arm issues, and he's got 2 years left of arbitration.
Yeah, 2 years left to team control.
Pull that list up real quick, Josh.
So he's saying right now, with 2 years of arbitration left, hey, don't pitch me in the playoffs unless you sign me. Extend me. Come on, man.
Is that Eflin? He has one additional year after this year?
Yeah, one for 18 mil.
You see what Zach Eflin did against the Astros in the World Series in 2022? He appeared in 4 games, gave up just like, I think it was 4 hits, struck out like 7 or 8.
I like Eflin.
Didn't give up a run.
I like Eflin.
In 4 appearances against the Astros.
Yeah.
He's 6'6".
Is Singleton in any trade scenario? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, all right. Metaphorically, gun to your head. Paredes and an innings eater or 2 arms and a bullpen guy.
2 arms and a bullpen guy.
Yeah.
Pitching is going to get you there.
Yeah.
I think this offense is there. Plus Kyle Tucker eventually should come back.
Right, let's do the question for Instagram clip.
Okay, what do you want it?
One of y'all just be like,
who
should he ask us trade for? And then I'll just quickly say it.
I'll do it. Just Tuesday.
Yeah.
This is kind of awkward because it's live right now.
Yeah.
Who should the Houston Astros trade for with the upcoming trade deadline? It's just a couple of days away. Des, who should they do? Who should they trade for? You want that tongue in there?
Cal Cantrell. He has some dog in him. Chirping McGuire.
Chirping McGuire for pleasuring himself in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Would have pulled that one out.
I would.
No
you know what?
Pun intended. Oh God.
Wow.
This is gonna be a great clip.
That was a great clip. Someone clip that.
Wow.
Someone clip that. You know what? Give me JMO.
Okay.
And Hector Neris.
Why do you want Hector Neris back?
I need these guys are running ragged, man.
I understand that, but what's the contract on him?
Well, Hector's also pitched a ton this year too. I mean, I don't think he's like a fresh arm coming in.
He's been here. He brings the leadership. We've talked about it time and time again. I'm pulling up his contract. It was a one-year, $9 million deal with a club option next year for $9 million. Neris and JMO.
I want
put it. Get the pin out, Sharpie. Okay. Get it.
I want 2 arms, and I want Jameson Taillon and Zach Eflin. If you can make that happen. The only problem with JMO is the contract. That's what bothers me because you still have Jose Abreu on the books.
Yeah, the thing with that JMO contract is
or you know what? Or if you want to make a deal with Tampa Bay, give me Paredes and Eflin.
I would like that.
Paredes and Eflin, I think, is the ideal move.
If y'all don't want Hector Neris, just trust the vibes. Trust the vibes. Trust the lab.
You know who's coming in to save the bullpen, though? Saw he's been on fire his last 9 innings.
Who?
Forrest Whitley.
Forrest Whitley's been shoving, dude.
Yeah, well.
You know what? Stop. You're getting him worked up. You're about to get him yelling. No.
I was trying to instigate a little bit.
Forrest Whitley has been shoving, though, guys.
He has. And the velocity's up there again, but until when? For how long?
Dude,
for how long?
So negative.
No,
dude.
for how long?
I'd bring him up. I'd bring him up.
Yeah, hell yeah, you do, because everybody else is taxed. But who you send down?
That's a good question.
They probably don't make any moves until after the deadline.
You know what's kind of crazy? That the Astros kind of have, like, it's always about, the Astros, the farm system, blah, blah, blah. But we have, like, 5 to 6 legitimate guys that are ranked from the 26th man on the roster to, like, 31 that could be interchangeable up in the big leagues and, like, be productive.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's – and that goes – I mean, they're not obviously prospects that Keith Ball's going to drool about, but there's just guys that could come up. I mean, Pin Murphy's throwing a pin. You get Murphy back. I mean, that's an arm down the stretch. Obviously, hopefully Luis. That would be a shot in the arm. Verlander. That would be big. But
hold on. Hey, Supreme Panda 27. My name's Brian. Me and Des have been doing this podcast together for almost 4 years now. What's up?
New fans came on.
Josh is behind the camera right now. He's asked like twice, so I just wanted to. What's up? I was out of town for 3 weeks on vacation, coaching.
He's coaching.
Yeah.
He's traveling.
Yeah.
He's traveling the world. Ooh, Eflin and Yandy.
Yandy's on my list.
Are we worried there's so much Paredes chatter?
Yandy
what do you mean?
He has a one year, $10 million contract next year, and then a club option for $12 million.
Please scratch Josh Bell off. Like, I don't want Josh Bell.
Yeah, I know. He's just.
No, I know he's on your list, but I saw it. Like,
he looks bad.
Yeah, I don't want Josh Bell. I wanted him. Was it last year, year prior? What year were they kind of in on him?
Was that the Mancini year?
No, it was last year.
Last year? I'm not too pleased about Josh Bell.
No.
Yandy Diaz would kind of be. Can you pull that up real quick, Josh? Yandy Diaz would be 2 years.
It's 1 year after this year, and then a club option for
2 years of control.
Okay.
For Yandy
2 years of
Diaz
control.
at 32. Give me
solid.
Give me Paredes. Give me Paredes.
I just like Paredes just because of the 3 years arbitration.
Yeah,
Paredes,
he rakes.
Definitely, he's going to cost a lot more.
I think
he rakes.
I think we need to kind of understand that Bregman's probably not coming back.
Yeah.
So you need the next guy, and if you can keep DeZenzo in the system, like, he's probably going to be your future third baseman. But if you can also get Paredes under 3 years of team control, go grab him.
Tampa Bay scouts were at AAA, and DeZenzo was 6 for 7 so far since he got called up. So they're probably licking their.
All right, DeZenzo or Wagner?
I like
a team comes to you. Hey, we have this package. We want one of these two guys, DeZenzo, Wagner.
So who would I give up?
Yeah.
Man, Will Wagner's been swinging it pretty well. I like DeZenzo, though.
I like DeZenzo's ceiling.
I like his ceiling as well. You kind of stole the words right out of my mouth. I would probably go Will Wagner.
Okay.
I don't know. Will Wagner, I feel like, is more versatile than DeZenzo.
It's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah, either way.
It's hurt. This is why you brush your teeth, kids, because cavity season comes around and you're going to get your teeth pulled and it hurts.
What an analogy
like that?
right there.
You like how I got there? That was pretty good. That was new for me.
Wow.
According to Houston's golf coach, Scott House, Detroit, Miami, Arizona, Tampa were all at Sugarland's game last night.
There was a reason why they brought those guys up.
There's a reason why. So
I'm still curious to see what happens with Kendall, or not Kendall. I'm thinking of Kendall Graveman, who's coming back. What's his name? Because Kendall Graveman just popped up in the chat.
That would be.
Oh my gosh,
fun.
Pedro Leon. Does he get called up or does he get traded?
He's getting traded.
You think he's gonna get traded?
He's at his peak trade value right now. I think he's at a position where there's almost no way he's going to play with the Astros anytime soon.
If he gets called up, I'm worried if you call up a guy that has been in the system forever. He's a guy you allocated a ton of money for. He was a top prospect, and he comes up and it doesn't work.
I know that's why you trade him. That's why you trade him right now.
Yeah, but if you don't trade him, you got to call him up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you sending down Luperfido for him?
No.
Exactly. Like there's nowhere.
I think it's the guy that we just recorded a podcast with.
Yeah,
we do. Which would be terrible. We literally may never do. We may self-suspend player interviews in season if that happens. Oh man. I think going into this deadline, you have so many question marks that are out of your control.
Yeah.
That we're not going to know till 36 hours out. You know what I mean? Because the wild card, the extra wild card just bundles everything. Then the Cubs literally they put a line in the sand. I think they were the first team that were in that kind of bubble that were like, hey, we're going to make moves to extend our future. But what do you do? I guess that's why GMs get paid.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's go through this. Just
hang on.
No reaction.
No, there is not. Lisa Warren 6107. No, there is not a world where we trade Pena and put Dubon at short. That will absolutely never happen.
Yeah. No way.
Okay.
No shot now.
San Francisco Giants, buyers, sellers.
Sellers.
Okay, they're 5.5 out of the wild card. Cubs are sellers. Cincinnati Reds, buyers, sellers.
They're not.
Kind of sellers.
They're kind of both.
Okay.
They're not trading from their core, but they might trade some older guys.
They got some good young players, man.
They're 4.5 out of the wild card spot. That's one good weekend.
But their year is like next year, so they're not selling anything.
Pirates 52-50. They're going to probably stay put.
Look at the NL or the NL wild card.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
it's nuts.
Diamondbacks, they're not selling. They're one game back. Cardinals half a game back. Like you have 3 teams, and then now you have the Mets, Padres, and Braves locked in. Like the only sellers you have on the NL side's Cubs, Nationals. They probably stay put because they're all young.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, we know Colorado just will not answer. They probably don't even have the internet. They probably didn't pay their bill.
You have to fax them.
In Miami. And then you go to the AL side. White Sox are sellers, obviously, but their top guy just said, if you don't pay me, I'm not going to do anything. Oakland A's, Mason Miller on a win just punched and broke his hand. So there's a huge asset. Do they make moves? The Angels, I'm sure they'll move some parts. Then you get the Blue Jays, 9.5 out. They should be sellers, but then they just said, we're not going to move Laddie. And that was one of their big assets. So I think you just have this market that's going to be so drunk on power that you're going to see the ridiculous asking prices that we saw last year, where it costs your first newborn child and your kidney to get a middle tier 3 guy.
And then you got to throw on your foot.
Yeah. And your top prospect.
As a kicker. Yeah. And a top prospect. It's going to hurt, man, regardless. It's going to hurt either way around. But I think when it comes to like the division and what some pieces might, or what some teams might do with some pieces, like I don't think the Rangers are going to sell anything. I think the Rangers are the team that you got to worry about opposed to the Mariners. Mariners just went and got Randy Rosarina. Their pitching is nice, but they need another bat.
Yeah, they still need like 2
The Rangers have DeGrom coming back at some point.
Yeah, Scherzer looks good.
You know, Scherzer looked good last night. Passed Justin Verlander for 10th overall in strikeouts.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-horse race. Astros, Rangers down the stretch again.
Yeah. I would love Nathan Eovaldi in the rotation, but I know that's not going to happen.
Kill for Eovaldi.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I would do terrible things for Nathan Eovaldi.
What would you do?
He's just a big game pitcher, man. He's just a dog.
So what would you do?
A dog. So Astros Dodgers tonight.
Yeah. At
the Juice Box. Feels good. It feels like all is right with the world.
Is it still raining out?
We got a hurricane. It's Astros Dodgers. I mean, just might as well call it.
It's been raining all week.
I'm so tired of this.
How many fights?
Over under 2.
That we see.
Yeah, that there's videos of like separate.
Over under 2.
I'm taking the over.
Under. I'm taking the under.
I'm taking over.
I'm taking the under.
I probably would have said it at like 3.5.
2's a tough line. No,
under.
I mean, 2 like because there's
under.
Dude, the last time they
Who's
were
all
in
going?
town,
if you're going, let us know in chat.
I'm talking separate fights, totally separate.
Oh, I'm talking. So the last time they were here that I was there, I went on the Friday night game, and I specifically saw 2 fights. So that was just on one night. So I would have said it at like 3.5.
I'm taking the under.
I'm taking the over.
I'm taking the under.
Dodgers fans are fucking nuts.
I think there would be more Dodger fans fighting Dodger fans than
Dodger fans fighting each other.
than
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Shohei,
they're gonna yell trash can and we're gonna yell Mickey Mouse. Like
does Shohei hit a bomb?
Shohei,
Shohei at number 31.
We kind of own Shohei.
He doesn't hit well here in Minute Maid Park. Him or Trout didn't, right?
I
know Trout didn't, but
I mean it's a pretty big sample size. Obviously we hit him pretty well. Could you guess the ERA versus the Astros Ohtani has?
It's like a 7, isn't it?
In his career? 13 games.
Is it a 7?
No.
Less?
4.5.
5.
Wow. 4.01. He's
I thought I was. Dude, I thought
6.
we raked off of him.
I mean, we do. He's 3 and 6
but I thought
versus us.
but I thought it was like a higher, like egregious number.
67 innings pitched, 30 earned. How do I look up Ohtani?
I mean, for Shohei, a 4 ERA is crazy. He's that good.
Astros. Does Ohtani hit a home run?
Yes.
I think he gets a home run.
I think he takes a
Shohei Ohtani has a batting average of 232 with 68 hits, 14 homers, 35 RBIs, 40 runs, scored in 80 games against the Astros in his career. Not great for the greatest player in the history of baseball. That's going to be a clip, and he's going to hit 3 home runs, and it's going to look really bad on the internet.
Rays are expected to listen to offers for Yandy.
Hey, appreciate that, Guillermo. Hope your surgery went well, brother.
Yeah, Guillermo.
Speedy recovery, bro.
He
said, "Sup, y'all? Watching y'all from the hospital. Just got my gallbladder taken out. Hope it all went well, and hope you recover, man."
Absolutely.
So, what would you do
if you hit home run?
No, to get Nathan Uvalde.
Oh. I would rob a series of banks.
What are you
in Boston?
Oh, okay, here we go. This is The Town. He's giving The Town.
Wait, what?
Are you describing the movie The Town?
No, I would just rob because they're known for robbing banks up there.
Are they?
So I would join a crew and rob banks.
Okay.
And then my last heist would be at Fenway Park.
Okay, so this is
with
The Town.
My crew.
So this is literally The Town.
Are you a co-op? Oh, it's
a movie.
A different movie.
Yeah.
No, you just asked what I would do for Nathan Uvalde.
Okay.
I just said what I would rob banks.
Right.
A series of banks. And then Fenway Park. That's a movie?
It's called The Town.
Huh. Sometimes a beautiful mind just works, I never just organic thought.
Huh.
But yeah, I would do that for Nate Uvalde. A good answer?
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's The Town.
Sounds like a pleasant movie.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do.
I gotta go.
Are you tapping? You're tapping out?
I do have to
Josh
go,
is tapping in.
For whatever reason, my 2:00 meeting got moved to
Brian's tapping out. Josh is tapping in for the last 15 minutes. It's like hockey. It's a line change.
It is.
Thanks for joining us today.
Chat.
Thanks. That's Brian Lima from 790. Yeah. Tuning into the show every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Sports Talk 790. Did you just fix your entire?
Where did you want me to go?
Look at you just pulled your pants all the way up on camera, dude.
Hey, give them a show. Hey, get them subscribers up.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
No, I'm not.
Like and subscribe for more.
Look at that. Get him chat. Chat.
We'll link his OnlyFans.
Get him chat. There's one guy in the chat that chirps me.
So, hey, why are you yelling? Last 15 minutes here on our live show. I think the vibes going into the deadline, it's you have to make a move.
Yeah.
We saw what it happens to a clubhouse where when you don't make a move, and that's why they eventually got Verlander. Remember, Keuchel was just like,
yeah, he was mad.
What the hell? You didn't make a move. So, but also, man, it just seems like a drunk market.
Where's your Kobe Stevens polo? They're asking.
It was in my laundry. Yeah, I did laundry this morning. I did wear my Kobe Stevens golf polo on our Trey Cabbage interview. Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
On our YouTube channel, we interviewed Trey Cabbage yesterday.
He's a chill
40 minutes. Just was insane. Oh, it was just a good time. Cool as hell.
Yeah. Super chill. Super
Tennessee
cool
country boy, just see ball, hit ball, very hard.
He called me when he was trying to find the right unit. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" I was just like, "Oh man, this guy's country."
Over yonder.
This shirt is an old prototype shirt we did a long while ago. We do not sell them anymore, unfortunately.
I think the more that everyone that consumes our content, obviously super thankful. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. That we showcase that these guys that we're able to interview, they're just like us. They just happen to be the top 1% at the sport we all played growing up.
Just uber talented.
They're just
and very hard work.
But other than that, they're just like us.
Chilling,
like chill.
He's talking about just wanting to make some steaks and drink some whiskey with his wife.
Yeah, we're talking offline about just getting some bourbon.
Apparently, a Dubon, because he got, which I didn't know players did that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
because that game that Dubon got thrown out of, and so Trey had to come into the game cold, without time to warm up. So Dubon got him a nice bottle of bourbon. I thought you
gotta take care of the boys.
Yeah,
put them in a tough spot.
Who am I more comfortable trading? Obviously, Melton's higher, valued. I really, really love DeCenzo, and I think he has a high ceiling.
Yeah,
I think I'd be more comfortable trading Melton just because you can get more. I think it's worth it. I think DeCenzo, in the end of the day, isn't going to be, as a big leaguer, is going to be on not that far down from what Melton will do.
All right, let's do a rapid fire before we get into the Astros Dodgers preview. Comments. Get your questions off. What's up, dude?
I'm doing a show?
Yeah.
What rapid fire are we doing?
This rapid fire, everyone just ask what you want and we'll answer it truthfully.
Yeah, go for it. Questions in.
Who's the leader in the clubhouse? Alex Bregman. Do you think Alex will get traded? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Melton and Chas for Paredes Eflin. Yes. 100%. Absolutely. I would trade
Melton Chas for Paredes and Eflin. 100. Yes. Yeah. Please.
I will. It's going to take more than that. Probably another 2 guys.
Will Bryce Matthews be traded? I think any prospect I think everyone's on the table. I think everyone's on the table.
Literally, this is one of the few years where there isn't a Tucker, there isn't somebody that's not tradable. Bryce Matthews, I will say this: Bryce Matthews is only getting traded if the Astros get a Paredes or somebody who's going to play third base next year. So I think Bryce Matthews is our insurance, one of our insurance.
Dez, who's our left field right-handed bat option? It's probably going to be Aledmys Diaz. Ugh, I hated saying that out loud.
I mean, I don't think that's a problem. We don't need
a hold on. Aledmys looks.
No, I don't want him.
He got blown away. He doesn't
look like a big.
At 92 on the inside on your hands. I know that guy had a weird, funky angle.
What I'm saying is there isn't a need to have a left field right-handed bat.
Yeah,
so you just have your Don. He is left. Fine. There's not a need for that.
Who do you trade, Chas or Myers? Chas. Who do you boys think we have a serious chance of landing? I think 2 innings eaters for sure.
I think on
YouTube.
At minimum, I'll be happy if it's Fetty and another fringe arm. I'll be happy with that. Melton, Chas, Forrest, and Seth Martinez for Paredes and Eflin. That Seth and that hurts.
Yeah.
That you only do that if you're.
Are you selling high though? That's a good package. I could see
that.
Hold
happening.
on. This is where I'm at with the Rays. If Dubon, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, yeah.
Wait, you mean
hitting?
Aledmys over Dubon?
Well, for the left-handed, right-handed bat, that question.
Still take Dubon.
What? Chaz has done so well in his career that he's at a surplus. It's not because we want to trade a Chas McCormick. He's done so much now that there's
also the
a surplus.
The outfield is so deep.
It's a business. I would like to keep him.
I missed it. Scrolled up. Dream get Skeens.
Felix Bautista. I think he's out for the year.
Yeah,
Felix
is gone.
McCullers are still on the team because baseball is not like other sports. You keep these guys on. The money's already allocated.
It's not a problem.
Sunk costs, yeah. Sunk cost fallacy. I would do. I mean, getting a Skeens.
They're not trading Dubon. Oh no, he's not.
Dubon's going nowhere.
He's one of your first basemen that you need as backup. Yeah. And two, there's no way.
I think JMO works. It feels like
JMO only works if
it feels like you're getting out of the Montero deal.
Yeah, no, that's
if you get out of the Montero deal and you can acquire an innings eater.
Yeah,
I'd just be like, okay,
paying $10 million more a year to have an innings eating starter rather than
a reliever. You didn't pitch for 9 days.
If you're trading their contracts, 100%, I'll take that. Trade the farm.
Junior said we'll have a Lone Star with him.
Sugarland Skeeters.
Junior, I'll have a cocktail with you. I'm allergic to beer. I'll break out in hives.
He's not allergic to beer.
I am allergic to beer, dude.
You're allergic to some ingredient that is in some beers. I fully believe you.
Okay.
But you have to figure out what it is. I don't think it's just beer.
It scared me straight where I haven't had beer in a year. You should be like applauding me like as an adult. That's like, hey, you're doing something good for your health. Now you're trying to get me back into that lifestyle, dude.
You're right.
You're such dude, you're bad influence.
I'm
the
one that drives you to drink.
you know what, dude? You failed the dare. This was a dare class, and you failed. Turn in your badge.
Chaz, Forrest, Montero for Paredes and Eflin.
Jake, Bregman's going nowhere. Bregman's not being traded.
Bregman's going nowhere. Dubon's going nowhere.
Where is that popped up?
Any player that is not a pure outfielder and is not Tucker or Yordan is not being traded on the Astros.
If any Twitter account is saying Bregman's traded, it's not
happening. He's literally the lifeblood of this team. And if they were 10 games under 500 still, maybe.
This is the thing too with the Rays side. They may be smarter than us.
They might be.
But it's also like any offer they send over, I'd be like, what do they see that we don't with that player?
Yeah, they're one of the few teams where I'm like, okay, what they fleece play? But we got them for.
Yeah, we did. We did. It feels like, I don't know. I feel like you do the Michael Scott thing where you're just like, I immediately reject your first offer before they even present the offer.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments said, where do you think Vladdy will go? I have a take.
Okay.
It will never happen because I don't think it will happen an internal trade in the division. But the Yankees should get Vlad.
Yeah, I knew you were going there. He's not going anywhere though. I think they said Jays are staying put.
I think they'll make an offer to Tut. I think that still is on the table. I think if there's anyone in this era, you give the extension to a Kyle Tucker because he's the one of this group that doesn't have a clear replacement, and two, of that reign of that contract, he has a lot of prime years in that.
Yeah. The only place where I'm at with Tucker is like we do have a ton of outfield depth. So it's like, do they decide we can fill that in the aggregate rather than spending all that money? I hope they do pay him, but I could see them deciding not to because you have so much outfield depth, and you hope that Melton can be even 3/4 of what Tucker is.
Yeah. What pitcher do you believe would be best for us to pick up that is available? I think I don't know if there's a necessary best pitcher available other than like Skubal, but I feel like you need 2 innings eaters. Like you need 2 guys that are just. I love Spencer and I love Bloss, but I don't think anyone projected them to have a combined 100 innings this year. Like already up to this point, like I feel like you're very fortunate to be where you're at with what has shaken out. So go shore up those spots. There's a reason why there's trust. There's a reason why the Jameson Talions, the Fetties, the Cal Quintrells are getting picked up by, contending teams, because you need a guy you can count on every 5 days to take the ball and go 5 innings to 6 innings.
Yeah.
You just can't keep doing this coin flip. Like you're going to end up, what was No Country for Old Men? You're going to end up with what's his name flipping a coin, and it's not good night.
Garrett,
Lights
what's his
out.
name? Garrett knows.
Yeah, Garrett knows. God, what's his name?
I literally was just thinking of
his name's Javier.
Javier Bardem plays.
But what's his name in the show, in the movie?
Yeah, it's Al fucking. Look at me.
Who's the villain in No Country for Old Men? Flips the coin. It's great. This is great. It's a great podcast.
This is great stuff. Anton Chigurh.
Anton Chigurh.
That's what it is. I knew it was a something. Little loop. Do we have a timeline for Garcia or Verlander to return? Garcia had a little setback. Verlander is throwing. Brady. Yeah, Anton Chigurh.
You're both getting back in August.
Yeah, I think probably mid-August for both of them.
Both of them in Serbia. Yeah, Anton. Yeah, that's what it was.
I think the trade deadline will really tell you how confident they are on Garcia and Verlander, depending on the amount of arms they go get. If they only get one arm, then that tells me that they are confident that one or both of Garcia and Verlander will be back and strong.
That's a good question, Turtle. Would you rather have a bat or a reliever to go with the starter? Pitching.
Yeah, pitching 100%. This offense they still have the best average in baseball. Now that hasn't turned into runs as often as we'd like, but that still shows that the offense is good. They get on base. They do what they need to do. So I'm not. Pitching is what they need for sure. The pitching hasn't been bad, but like you said many times, those arms are going to get tired. Penn Murphy, it's been saying on the little ticker for IL stuff that Penn Murphy's estimated return was like mid-July for a while. So I think probably August.
There's just something that has just been instilled in me and my DNA. Just pitching wins championships, and it's just always been there. Like, and I think Dana's been the biggest advocate of it. He's like, you can never have enough pitching. Like every time on Brian's show on Sports Talk 790 every Wednesday when they get him on, he has probably said that every show. Like he's probably kind of 58-week streak of saying you can never have enough too much pitching. And I agree. And we saw the formula obviously in 22. That was almost feels like an anomaly just how dominant these guys were. But
in 2017,
you get this recipe of pitching. It's just the Rangers who had no bullpen and no pitching. They're like, okay, we have 3 guys we can count on. We're riding those 3 guys all the way into the ground. Did it. So that was in 23. 22, ton of pitching, right? 21. I mean, it felt like every Brave starter was going 6-7 innings every freaking start. Max Fried lost his ankle and somehow still went 6 innings. Like it was like, and you keep going back and like all the way. It's just pitching.
And on the flip side of that, 19, who let us down in the postseason?
Pitching.
And the Astros lost multiple games by only scoring like 2 runs.
Yeah.
With vaunted offense. Just offense is so streaky that you need consistent, good pitching that can hold the line so that your offense can have that timely hitting to make it a.
This is where I'm at. I don't think you could fully hang your hat this is going to sound bad out of context. I don't think you can hang your hat on Luis Garcia and Justin Verlander only, because a setback, a dead arm, whatever it is that flares up.
Yeah.
If you just like, I feel like the Astros gambled and they lost, and now you have a free reset wild card.
Yeah. Don't gamble again.
Don't gamble again.
Yeah.
Like,
act like they're not even coming back.
I feel like you just got like a get out of jail free card. Yeah. And if you take a gamble, oh man, that's kind of where I'm at.
What pitcher off the injured list come back and help us postseason run? Send down to bring Bloss between. Oh, who would you send down between Bloss and Spencer?
Bloss.
Yeah, Bloss.
I like what Spence has done.
Yeah. Yeah, I have more faith in Garcia coming back and contributing over Verlander just because of Verlander's age. Like, I just don't
really.
Yeah. And he didn't look super sharp before. I think we might get a Verlander back, but I think the Garcia that we get back is going to be better.
Yeah, you need both those guys to be above 75%, I think.
Yeah, Verlander's getting up there. I still trust that, like, if
Murphy's
he
throwing
looks
a pin,
good,
yeah.
and they're like, Verlander's going to be our ALDS Game 1 starter, I still trust Justin Verlander and whoever they can piggyback off of him where I'm feeling okay. But I just think in the long run of these next 3 months, I would put money on Luis Garcia having more success.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
He's younger. I feel like it's easier for him to come in and do well.
And if you didn't watch the last podcast, I put Josh in this scenario that I think there's a 1-2%, and someone in the comments just kind of triggered the thought. It almost feels like we're not expecting Jim Crane to be Jim Crane at this deadline.
Like the fan base, is it?
Yeah, like I feel like, okay, we can go get the innings eaters, right? I think collectively, all of us watching right now, we're like everything says innings eaters and Paredes.
Yeah.
Right?
But Jim Crane's up there thinking, give me this, give me that.
That's what kind of just stick. And it's nothing I know. I mean, trust me, I'd be telling you guys. It's just something that is sticking in my brain. Are we underestimating Jim Crane being Jim Crane and just saying, go get me that top guy?
I mean, I've
seen him do it
before. There's a reason why he did not like James Click and why he went for Dana Brown. Specifically, the thing that came out about James Click and Crane is Crane did not like how James Click wasn't willing to make the big move. Wasn't willing to go make that Verlander-like trade that Dana did last year. I'll say this. If Detroit, if they want a package of any number of our prospects,
yes,
we make that move.
Yes.
If they are asking for anybody other than a big league contributor that we like, that is contributing to us winning, then you make that move.
All right, let's role play. I'm Dana Brown. You're opposing GM. Call me.
Okay.
Hello, this is Dana.
Hey, Dana.
Yes.
What's up?
That's all that. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where.
So I'm saying like Melton.
Yes.
Melton, DeCinzo, Chaz, and Bryce Matthews for Tarek Skubal right now.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even hear the entire package. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're at that point where, like, fucking go for it. Jack Flaherty is somebody that I want. We have a whole list, and I didn't have time this year to make a whole article, but maybe I'll just kind of put out some sort of Twitter thread of the list of guys that I think the Astros are looking at. But yeah, what's the asking price for Crochet? Way too high. Yeah. Well, the problem with Crochet now is that he's come out and said that he will not pitch in the postseason unless the team that trades for him gives him an extension. So, I mean, the Astros are potential to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if Creighton's like, all right, starting next year, you get $5 million. The next year after that, you get 15. And then, like, after your arbitration, we'll pay you $30 million a year for 3 more years or something like that. I could see Jim Crane doing that because that is beyond, the years that we need to worry about right now. So honestly, what Crochet said, I think helps the Astros more than most other teams.
Yeah. I think, well,
because the Dodgers I don't think the Dodgers would extend him. They already have way too much money tied up in injured players.
Well, money doesn't exist in LA, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. But I just mean, I think the Astros are in the best position because what other starting pitchers are they paying for after this year? Javier and McCullers.
Yeah, because Framber's up. Ronell's league minimum has an
arm. I mean, it's not like they have a bunch of starters that they have money tied to. So that's not a crazy idea.
Well,
and you could probably get him for less because you talk to Detroit and you're like, look, we're giving him an extension and all this. Like, let's work out a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is Crochet's arm is like, how much do you trade? He would have to go through severe medicals, I think.
Yeah.
Before you do that.
Clifford was. I think the big thing and the big variable is you have a window that's open. This team has done so much to get back to where they are. They grinded. They put their head down, went on an insane run. Obviously, had to have help within the division to do that, but they're here now. By making a move from the front office and from the powers to be of the triarchy of power.
Yeah.
Like that? Game of Thrones right there.
The
triarchy. In my head, I've rebranded that brain trust up above the front office as the triarchy.
Over in the stepstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can really give them a boost by just getting a couple of dogs in that locker room.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a bolster.
That's why like if we're gonna go for a mid kind of arm, I wouldn't mind going to get Cal Contrell. Like I was kind of half joking about him barking. That kind of fire in the postseason.
He's a dog.
I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
He's a dog.
Somebody said, "What about Logan Gilbert?" No.
I mean, I would ask.
If the Mariners are serious, they'd shipping Woo. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I don't know why the Mariners wouldn't trade one of their many ace starters to get a crazy good bat or 2 bats. If they traded Woo,
I feel like the Mariners need 4 bats.
Well, now that they got a Rosarina, I think they're 2 bats away from having like a solid like 1 through 5.
Yeah.
And then you see they're still not amazing, but they're in a better position to win.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think the market's kind of drunk. I think you can get the Cal Contrells. I think you can get the Eric Fetties. I think you can get those type of guys.
If they get Contrell and Fetty at
that's a win.
Deadline, and that's all they get, I am happy. That's good. That's fine for me. I think this team with those guys is okay. That's minimum.
Yeah.
I'm not like ecstatic, but I'm like that's a good deadline, especially if they don't give up, a crazy amount.
Yeah. All right, quickly going to the Astros Dodgers. I'll be there tonight and I'll be there tomorrow. Will not be there Sunday. You have a rematch, obviously, of the 2017 World Series. You have a fan base that travels well. I'll give the Dodgers that. They travel very, very well.
Yeah.
Minute Maid Park's going to be bumping. There's going to be some juice in there. There's going to be an absolute I love the grind of 162 as a fan. It's just like this West Coast road trip. I was just like, this sucks. I'm so tired. I want to go to bed. I'm like, showed my age. I was like, I'm cranky.
Yeah.
But you give me a good
back home.
playoff preview at home, potential World Series preview at home.
How many are you going to this weekend?
2. I'm going to 2 or 3.
You going tonight?
Going tonight. I'll be there. I'll be in the juice box tonight. Let me know if you're going. Let me go. Let me know. Going to go tomorrow. We have what do we have the matchups? We have Stone versus Framber tonight.
Yeah.
We have Blanco tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be Blanco.
It started with a W, and they had Spencer versus TBA.
Road Blisky.
Yes.
I mean, this is kind of set up where you're facing, their end of their starting rotation.
We did kind of catch them on
kind of like the A's
just caught series. Yeah,
the Astros at a bad time. Watch out for Dana. Dana wants Yandy Diaz. I don't mind Yandy. I think Yandy is a good.
I think he'd be a lot cheaper than Paredes.
Yeah. I think it makes more sense to go get Yandy, Cal Quantrill, and Erick Fedde. And this is that's an A. That's an A- trade deadline for me. On the field fight over under. I don't think it'll be on the field fight.
Under.
Most of the people on the Astros and Dodgers right now, they're not from 2017. They don't care.
Yeah.
The fans will fight in the stands for sure.
Yeah, it's Dodgers offense versus Astros pitching this series. Yeah, that's nails tomato. That's pretty much it's pretty much the way I think.
You know what?
You're gonna say it.
Just thinking through it.
Say it. Speak your truth.
The Astros
no one's
watching.
Have a
Speak
thing your truth.
Where they've done it multiple times, where they go and lose a series to a horrible team that they should have beat.
Hold on. Oakland has been playing really good baseball in July.
Sure, okay. They're still a bad team. They're not a good team. Okay. They're a team with like 5 good offensive guys, and if you let those guys beat you, then you lose, and you shouldn't let them beat you. They still should have won that.
Say it.
They lose a team, or they lose to a bad team, and then turn around a series at home against a really good team.
Speak your truth.
And they sweep them.
Wow, he said it.
They sweep them.
Wow. I think tonight. Obviously, if they lose tonight, but I think tonight.
Tonight's the hardest matchup.
What Framber do you get?
I think you get
well rested.
Framber. I think you get 7-inning Framber.
Whew. All right, Tom. I'll take Josh to Big City Wings.
Are we doing another one?
I'll do another one. If the Astros sweep.
If the Astros sweep the Dodgers, another.
And I'll take you to Jesse's Burgers, our sponsors. I'll take you to both.
You take me to both?
Yeah. On the same day, so you're gonna have to figure out how your food and what you're getting.
Out the fast.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
I mean, if this is an unmovable objects meets an unstoppable force, me going to a game and me betting because on a food bet.
So
on a food bet,
I think the player you have to watch out for that is gonna terrorize the Astros this weekend.
It's Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, it's a
revenge game.
Yeah, it's a revenge game. It's a revenge game. The Astros always do pretty well against obviously Ohtani. I think they do decent against Freddie. Like, I think Teoscar is the guy that's gonna be terrifying. Betts is still hurt, right?
Betts is still out.
Yeah, I mean that Dodgers offense after the first 4 guys is not great right now.
Yeah, Turtle, we'll do a prize pick slip, 100%.
Do y'all think the Astros will make a move before the deadline? And who are we talking about before the deadline day? Because I don't know, but they're definitely making moves at deadline. If they don't make any moves at the deadline, that's a problem. That's a we're riding on Franklin Street problem.
Oh my god, I haven't even thought of that scenario yet.
They just miss out on everybody. You can't do that. Past years, they were in a position where you could do that. This year, you don't have a 5th starter. you have Jake Bloss as your 5th starter, which hate the Jake, but
he's just not there.
He's
yet.
not ready.
Well, yeah.
He's not. He's
there.
He's not supposed to be taking the ball every 5th day or the rest of the season. We got a fucking troll in here trying to. You think we're gonna believe that? Price picks, home game picks.
I'll do a price pick slippy.
Little homer slip.
Yeah, do a homer slip. Yeah. Yeah, that's the episode, huh? We're at probably an hour, a little over an hour. If you haven't, go over YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road for 10,000 followers.
Yep.
Subscribers. Is that what we say?
We're getting there. Watch our interview we did with Trey Cabbage.
Shout out to our sponsors, Big City Wings, Jesse's Burgers, Kobe Stevens. Use code ApolloHOU at KobeStevens.com. 25% off your entire order. Big City Wings. They have the most ridiculous deal for National Wing Day. Let me pull it up real quick. Big City Wings on Monday. $1 wings. The entire day. $1 wings.
So a wing for $1?
For $1. $10.99 pitchers of Modelo Corona Premier. And $5 Modelo 34 ounces. That is National Chicken Wing Day, July 29th. $1 wings the entire day. We need to talk to Sam about that. I would like $1 wings every day. I'm gonna have to talk to Sam about his business model.
How can I get
$1 wings every day?
What are they doing at Big City?
What are we doing at Big City Wings? Astros,
Mariners, Pirates are top runners for Yandy Diaz.
Also,
I believe it.
I wonder who the leak is for John Heyman.
Heyman.
He's been getting a lot of Astro leaks. Like Astros are in on this race player. So is it coming from?
It's top.
Is it coming from is it coming from the Tampa side or the Houston side?
I don't know. He's a real owner shill. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's somebody very up top in either the Crane side or whoever owns the Rays. You don't need a code for Big City.
No, you don't need a code for Big City.
Show up on the day. They have deals on different days, so just show up on that day. Burger Wednesday.
2 for Tuesday, Burger Wednesday, 2 for Thursday. And then they're doing the $1 wings on July 29th. The code Apollo HOU was for Kobe Stevens.
25% off.
25% off your entire order.
All right. That's the show.
That's the live show, baby.
We will
every Friday.
Monday we'll be doing another trade deadline thing, and then on Tuesday the trade deadline is 5 p.m. Central Time. So we will be streaming from 11 a.m. all the way to 5, chilling in here, talking ball, reacting to every trade that happens in the major leagues. So that's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. Let us know if you're going to the game. I'll be there tonight. I'll be there Saturday. Tonight, I don't know. We'll be pre-gaming somewhere. Probably at Kobo's, play at 1836. We'll be out and around the park today. So let us know if you're going. Let us know if you see us at the game. Say what's up, and then go Stros.
Yeah,
go Stros. Hey, it's gotta win. It's gotta be the Dodgers. Just win, baby.